dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original? That was it right there. It's your boy DJ Nuki, your girl.
Sierra Nicole.
We're back on the channel with the
Kid and C original.
Welcome back to the channel, man. I tried to give you something, you know what I'm saying? It's who's the most black strangers take DNA test. So I tried to make it a little black in everything. Just, ooh. Ooh. You know the black family? You know how to... Bass turn that motor.
Okay, baby.
Making love comes up.
Okay. Y'all, I cannot.
Oh man, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this Jubilee joint, bro. This could either be a good direction or a bad direction, because I don't know where you're going with the who's the most black. Who's the most black?
We're about to see. I don't know.
Are we just talking about like DNA wise, like?
That's what I don't know.
No, I'm saying because we're going by DNA wise, so
DNA.
It's like if you're a little lighter, like me, who most black out of me and you? I'm saying what people think is the more black out of me and you?
No.
By going off skin complexion, they probably, you look like your granddaddy just came from Africa. But I'm saying they probably you a little lighter, especially if they see your mama. They be like, oh nah, she got a little white in her somewhere.
Okay.
But see me, if you see my mom and dad, be like, ooh. But if you see my grandma, you be like, niggas, somebody did something wrong.
Okay, baby.
Or if you see, like, I got a lot of light skinned relatives. I'm a dark one, man.
I just don't understand why we even
I'm just
about...
it's just a joke. It's just a joke. So with that being said, man, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go, man. If you want the first part, you gotta do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video, lock it in with a thumbs up. This will get cringy, man. Let's get it.
Are you facing a challenging dilemma in your life right now? The Dilemma is a new Jubilee show, and we're looking for people who are seeking advice, willing to be vulnerable, and anonymously sharing their dilemmas on camera. Click on the link in the description below and share your dilemma.
What are we ranking it off of right now? Looks?
Yeah, I feel like I'm like 1 or 2, no cap. Really?
Yeah. I'm like, real for real.
If you had to rank yourself against others based on a specific trait, what would it say about how you see them and how they see you? To find out, we brought together 7 people and had them rank each other based on perceived blackness. Then we had them complete a DNA test so we could compare the results. This is ranking.
What makes someone black?
Being black is just you identifying yourself as a black person and realizing that you do have plights and experiences that can sometimes make life harder for you.
I think someone who...
I want you to answer this. Because I do want to, like, from your perspective.
You want me to answer? I've never even thought about that.
You haven't?
Like, what was the question?
Basically, what makes someone black?
Like, I've never even thought about, like, what makes someone black to even answer the question, like, off the top of my head.
Well, sit here and think about it. All right.
I'm not. Okay, whatever.
No, I'm just saying because that is... Like, it's a good question, but kind of a stupid, idiotic question. It's a question that would come from somebody who's not of black culture or black genre to ask somebody
black?
What makes one black. It's like, black people, we know, like, hey, you know what I'm saying?
But I think it's deeper than it. I don't know if he's asking, like, just the top surface, what makes someone black. Are you trying to dig a little deeper? What you like? I don't know.
But
like,
no, I'm saying that's to me that can only be coming from somebody who's not a part of black culture. Is somebody be like, what makes someone black? Black, you black, I'm black. Are we black? You know what I'm saying?
You said if someone had...
The question, I'm saying this type of...
Let me think about it. Just
what makes someone black?
What makes someone black?
A typical black person, they'll go up to someone and be like, hey, what makes someone black? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just something you identify as. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
As a black person and realizing that you do have plights and experiences that can sometimes make life harder for you.
I think someone who is darker in general is going to have a different experience than someone who's light skinned, and that's going to constitute how they walk through the world and their blackness. It doesn't affect how you see yourself, but it does reflect how other people see you.
Yeah, I agree. I know for a fact there are experiences that I'm never going to experience because I am lighter. That's something that I've acknowledged my whole life. But also having a mother who is much darker, you know, we go out in public and I see how they treat her. And I feel, you know, the same rage, but I know that I'll never experience it myself.
Especially for me being down in Orange County, where it's predominantly white people. When it comes to white people, it's more like, okay, you're one of us. But there's a little inklings of darker skinned people who will look at me and kind of tell like, okay, you're not just white, you're mixed with something.
Yeah.
My mom's side, they always make fun of me, oh, you sound like a white person. I don't use African American vernacular. Not that that is what makes a black person. You can be very well spoken.
I feel like I just like switch it up. Like if I'm around, you know, black people, I'm my white people, I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? Like I speak differently for sure, 100%. Code switching, yeah. So code switching the me.
I definitely feel.
And I want... I'm
still,
apologize because
look.
hold on, let me just
Okay,
apologize
go ahead, baby, go ahead.
I might pause a lot throughout this video, so I'll apologize beforehand. Only thing I wanted to say was, I wonder, do black people, are we the only ones who relate to code switching as much, or does other races also understand code switching and kind of...
Is it something that they feel that they do?
Yeah, do they have to... Do they identify themselves when they understand that they're code switching?
Mm-hmm.
Like, do Hispanics know, like, they're code switching, or do they just be like, hey, I'm just being me?
Yeah. But
black people, we like, hey, we got a code switch. When I go to the interview, y'all already know how I'm at the interview. But as soon as I come out there, bitch, I'm taking that tie off and I'm gonna go ahead and get my car, bump my Jeezy, you know what I'm saying? But when when I go into the job interview, I'm gonna act like I never listened to Jeezy a day in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's because we have to, because it's so crazy. We have to, because it's like the world doesn't accept our culture, but we always have to adapt to the world's culture.
Yeah.
Like everything the black culture identifies, but it's looked down upon and shamed upon when it comes down to the world. But we love our culture.
Yeah.
But we learn at a young age how to switch it, turn it off, and like turn it back on.
You can't go over there with them acting like that. Don't, you know.
Even playing sports wise, as a little kid, we have the code switch.
Yeah. Because I was just thinking about, like, back to, like, my child, like, not realizing that that's what you was doing at that time because you're young. You don't know that that's what it's called or what's happening. Because
the way you might play with your white friend is totally different than the way you play with your...
Because growing up, I had a lot of white friends growing up. That's just what it was. But when
you interact with your black family and friends...
And then when I interacted with them...
You talk... And you also find yourself talking a little bit more proper.
More proper, because growing up, everybody like, oh, you try to... you talk like you... And which is so ignorant to me now. Yeah. But you sound like you white. You try to be white. You try to be this white. I know. Like,
you try to enunciate your words.
I try to enunciate my words, but it wasn't. And now I'm thinking, like, was it even because of that, or was it just because of my household, like the people I had around me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just
because I don't know.
The code switching thing. It seems like it's mainly attached to
do I do that now?
Black
still
culture.
To this day?
Code switch? Yeah, we still do.
Where do I go?
I ain't gonna lie.
Like I have to do
to be real, I even say this. We sometimes have to even code switch when we doing videos.
But do I?
We to a point. We're not, because we can. I'll say this. It's sad, but we can never be at 100% truly ourselves. Because we still have to kind of dumb it down to a T. Yeah. Even though we doing what we want to do, being who we are, we still have to dumb it down to a point. to be accepted by others. You get what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Because it's kind of second nature. Because you go home, you're like, you have your people, and then you go to school, it's like you kind of have to like switch it up just in order to even be like accepted and even like get certain treatment from your teachers.
Yeah, like I didn't really feel like I fit in anywhere because I was cool with the white kids, I was cool with the black kids, I was cool with every like nationality. But I felt like in order for people to take me serious, I had to put on like professional maybe because people will look at vernacular like you said and look at it as unprofessional. You know?
Yeah. Being around some white crowds, like I definitely feel like I had to, reserve parts of myself just because I felt like I was being judged. Like they could clearly tell you're not like just white. And I think that's why I've stayed so far away from being around white people and why I do kind of have, that kind of like, I don't really know you like that. Like, just because I don't like feeling like that. I fully expect to be at the end of the line.
Me too. Yeah. I definitely came into it looking at the physical features first.
I'm gonna make my way down here.
I think I'll switch with you.
Actually, come on. Come on.
I might switch y'all too, though. No, I might switch y'all too.
Yeah.
The three of us, we have one white parent, one black parent, right? Or
Both of my parents are black.
both your parents black. Okay.
They just happen to be the two light brights that got together,
I did think of.
Or is both of his parents mixed? Because you know how sometimes we have talked about that as well. What if both of your parents mixed? Do you consider yourself mixed, or do you consider yourself whatever they identify as if they identify more black? Yeah. Do you consider yourself black? But you know what I'm saying? When you coming from your mom and your dad both black and white evenly.
Yeah.
Are you now considered black and white? Or what do you identify as? Yeah, because you are the offspring of two mixed individuals. Because some people can say, no, I consider myself white because both of my parents are more white. But are they? Because we've also had the conversation. Yeah. If you're a mixed child, if you're a child of one of your parents being mixed,
and the other
one fully white. Fully black. How do you identify? Do you even associate yourself to your whiteness, or the opposite way? Do you even associate yourself to your blackness because you're still in your DNA? Yeah. So how you know what I'm saying? It's just questions that I can't answer because I'm not there.
Right.
So it's a question that maybe somebody can answer. Damn, we only 3 minutes in.
He's biracial. And then he said he had two black parents, and I was like, huh.
She and I kind of want to switch between us.
Okay, but hear me out. I feel like hair is also a big part in that, and my hair is very white. Like I have white texture hair, like the thin, straight, like there's nothing to my hair.
I see what you mean, because usually if I straighten my hair, the texture just does change a little, and then I appear to be more Caucasian.
What are we ranking it off right now? Looks?
Yeah,
Are we going off looks?
Is it based
right
on
now?
that?
I guess so.
I just want to be in the middle. I would put myself,
I feel like I'm
one more.
I feel like I'm like one or two, no cap.
Really?
Yeah. I'm black, bro, for real. Like I'm black for real. It don't look like if I swear to God I'm black. I mean, as far back as I can go, bro, it's black.
Yes,
like,
no, same.
Ain't nothing else.
Yeah.
Like
the reason why I feel like I'm here is because my mom and dad are both Eritrean, so like I know where we stem back from. So I feel like that's why I feel like I can be here.
That's a good
that's
point.
valid.
I think that's very valid. Yeah.
That's super valid, actually.
Yeah.
I was more sure about my DNA than the rest of them, I think.
I feel like I'm right here on the low. I feel like I'm where you should be. Really?
Why? Tell me why.
Cause, bro, like I don't know. I have a feeling.
You have the feeling.
Okay. I disagree with that feeling. It's only based off phenotype, like literally just based off skin. That's the only.
What do you mean?
Because I don't know what else I'd rank it off of right now.
I feel like eye color. You look like
yeah, I have light eyes.
You have
yeah,
light
I have
eyes.
very light eyes.
My eyes are black as the night sky.
No explanation for that.
That's what I'm saying.
But you cannot identify eye color because it's a lot of people in Africa. He looks very African to me. And you cannot go off of eye color as just that he has whiteness in him, because you have traces of ancient. I'll just say
all different type of eye colors.
Don't go off of eye
blue,
color
green,
when you're
whatever.
trying to identify somebody's DNA and roots. That's just a no-no.
on. There gotta be some drop in there, bro.
It's so deep in there though that we can't trace it. Like,
What do you have that he doesn't have?
Yeah. I got the same hair texture you, same braids, but same hair texture. Eyes dark as hell. I was low-key slightly gaslighting to try to be second, so I was stuck by this color. Everything like it's me, bro.
I'll let you take
Yeah,
it.
bro.
I would go 1, 2, 3. 4. I would put you 4. I would put you 4.
All right. Okay.
Why'd you put yourself in the middle?
So you can get a good
That's a
angle
good
me. You
question.
feel me?
Wait,
You
why-
know?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Why are you
My brother,
I wanted a good shot of myself.
I just think
They're trying to put you in the middle. That's what it is.
This time I'm in the middle, but
They're
it's
trying
cool.
to-
I don't think she's in the middle. I don't think she's in the middle for sure.
So he in the middle.
Bro,
I think you're in the middle, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
okay. No, let's switch.
Let's switch.
Let's switch this. You're getting 60 crazy.
Bro, no, don't do it like that, bro. I had to call. That's some questions. Somebody cheated, somebody not, bro.
I don't know.
The confidence.
It's a confidence as well.
Yeah,
but-
the confidence.
She go where she at.
Yeah, I agree. The confidence is very convincing.
rating on blackness.
Yeah, and but like, I've definitely encountered a lot of black people who are 100% black with very fair skin. So it's like, it's not like it's impossible, you know?
Like, people say, like, oh, no, we're not basing off skin color. That's outdated. But you saw what they were like, bro. They were trying to put me in the middle.
I think we should do some cultural like stuff.
Yeah.
Some experiences.
Okay.
If that's the case, then I'm not here. I can't be here.
Wait, experience.
Then,
No, you can't
See
do
what I'm saying?
experience.
But that's
Because she's like
Yeah,
African.
yeah,
She's not
so
necessarily with the black culture. She identifies more with her African culture, or what she said. I forgot. It's one with the E. But when I looked at it, it said Ethiopia and the ones I always be talking because right now I'm just coming up with brain farts.
Because the culture would be different. Let's say that she couldn't identify with
African American
culture.
Yeah.
Or if some people identify with Black American, whatever. But yeah, she can't identify with that culture. You know, I'm not.
And he might not
necessarily
either.
say-
Because it all depends on like what generation are you as far as coming over here. Especially so say for instance his grandparents are originally from Africa.
Did he say he was from Africa?
No, I'm just saying for
What did
instance.
he say that he was African?
But I'm saying, say for instance, his grandparents came from Africa. He was, and they still know their roots.
Yeah.
He would still be more of that understanding, basically being brought up in that more than somebody whose parents have been here since slavery. You know what I'm saying?
If it's
I'm not saying 100%.
Yeah, no. Okay, come on.
No, my bad.
Let's go.
I don't mean like genetically blackness. Yeah, it still does.
Yeah.
Your experience?
Yeah, 100%.
How? Because I could have been raised in some random city, every single white person ever, and be completely different.
It's this environment.
Like, I don't think it matters. Because, I mean, we spit in a little thing. Like, that has nothing to do with what we think. I'm so serious. But I'm
You're
so
right.
serious.
No,
I'm
you're right,
serious.
though.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, but then the dilemma is like, we don't know each other's genes. We only know ours. So we have to base it off of something that we can all agree on.
experience shapes our blackness, how it's seen by the rest of the world, regardless. Like your DNA can say one thing, but how you experience and go through the world is going to be completely different.
I like that.
It's
We can
just,
go by that.
it's a fact of reality. Like that.
I have a question to define your blackness. Do y'all keep plastic bags?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right next to that.
When your mom called you to take the chicken out the freezer, when did you do it?
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Learning that no matter how much black we had in us, we had common experiences, community, and things like that. I think that was really cool.
What's some blacks though?
How y'all eat your spaghetti? You put brown sugar in it? Come on now.
Excuse me?
Brown sugar in spaghetti?
I don't know.
What?
Oh my God.
I put sugar, not brown.
No, that's it. Sugar right.
Well, the sugar that I've been using, it's like in between. It's not like super refined.
Yeah,
So it's
but
like
I'm
it's
just
like
saying,
brown.
like, I never tried sugar like I mean spaghetti with brown sugar. I'm just saying I never did that. I know, and to be honest, my college roommates looked at me. One of them was black and Korean, and he was like, "Man, you remind me of my
Y'all
grandma."
put sugar in y'all spaghetti?
He was like, "You remind me of my grandma putting sugar in your spaghetti." Then my white roommate was like, "You put sugar in your spaghetti?"
I was seeing somebody earlier was like, sugar does not go on spaghetti. And
But
I was
it's a
like,
culture thing, though.
I was like,
and I feel
who
like it's
raised
a down.
you?
I feel like it's a down south
Who
culture
raised
thing.
you?
Because do Midwesterns do it?
I don't know, but
Because I like my spaghetti like
I put a little
Midwestern
sugar
kind of.
in my spaghetti.
And the whole thing fish don't go with spaghetti.
And fish and spaghetti, when I was,
it depends it depends. It's like the Mississippi. It's the Mississippi River kind of Midwestern down to Mississippi and West Tennessee. We do fish and I'm telling you, like, because a lot of people associated with Chicago, and I'm like, I don't
know. I just know what I do.
I'm sure.
I know what my household do. You said who?
Bro,
that might shit around.
Listen. No, that's a black thing, bro. Brown sugar and spaghetti. Trust me, bro.
Yeah, no.
I've personally never heard of that.
Maybe white sugar.
You know, I'd rather eat dirt.
I don't know if that's like a common black thing.
It's like
my mistake. I feel like we locked in.
Okay.
That brown, no. I had the plight where I'm like, you know what? She probably the second blackest, but then she said brown sugar.
That's a black thing.
Just to clear, I never did brown sugar either before. I do white sugar or the sugar that I said. It's like a golden or something. It's not brown sugar. It's just like not super refined.
Brown sugar aside, I think she should stay low key.
Yeah, I would leave it. I ain't never heard about brown sugar anymore. I'm kind of
sugar,
I might
not brown
switch
sugar.
them two, and then we'd be cool just for that.
I'm not mad at it.
I mean, I guess. I would.
He's shady as hell.
Wayne, do you know anything about your background and stuff?
Both my great grandparents is Caucasian. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Interesting.
Okay, wait a second.
And for me,
my great grandparents are black. No way.
I have a great grandmother who's alive and black. Like, she's a black woman.
Oh, no. Like, her name's Karen for real.
They were talking about the brown sugar, trying to put me in the middle. And the homeboy great grandparents not even full black. Like, no, we gotta change this.
Some has to change, I think, low key.
My great grandparents are both black. Both sides.
I think y'all should switch.
Yeah.
Jocelyn,
oh, that's
different. Basing me on my skin color.
No.
Oh wait, no, if you're.
Nah, I'm looking at this.
Y'all need to switch too then. Y'all need to switch too. What about your grandparents?
Crazy.
There you go. Back to how we were, right?
Based on my skin color, I'm sure they didn't have any indication that I might have white in my DNA.
I think this ranking.
I think
still a little light though.
Yeah.
I think so.
Accurate.
Who are the two people whose results did not come in again? Okay, perfect. Oh, sorry.
Wow.
I'm gonna call out the order of the people I do have. So Jonathan, 89.6%.
Ooh, that's high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's high. Yeah, so colored eyes do not matter at all.
No.
That boy black.
And then Wayne, 67%.
Wow.
And then Steve, 56.5%.
That has been right next to each other.
39.3%.
Whoa.
And Sierra, 20.2%.
Oh yeah, she knew.
Giving very. I'm rocking with Mark because Mark rocking with us. You know?
You are freaking African Americans plus Mark. You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking with Mark because Mark is rocking with us.
Not Mark.
I ain't never seen that. How you see that before?
I feel like I have.
What movie? What show is that?
Oh my gosh.
Netflix Last Chance You. Nah.
I never seen
You know what I'm saying? Which I'm rocking with Mark because Mark is rocking with us.
Not Mark rocking with us, bro.
You're gonna be like 90.
I'm 90.
They will win.
100.
95.
I'm gonna say 98 actually, just in case.
You said 89 and then 67, right?
That's a big jump.
That's a good 20-some percent. You can fall in between the 20-some
I
percent.
feel like we got everything else right. Like, I feel like we did it. Oh, God.
I guess I kind of disagreed with what our final ranking was. I wanted to switch with Jocelyn because I just felt it.
The person that stood out to me the most was probably Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
I'm gonna start with Serena, who's not here, but she is in the correct spot. She's at 99.8%.
Oh, wow. Yo, she's OD. She true blood right there.
Then Jocelyn is coming in at 75.8%.
I knew it.
Oh, we were so close.
That puts her right after Wayne. That means, Jonathan, you're actually second.
Jonathan, like,
The reason why I'll say this, the reason why I was looking at Jonathan, because I have even in college and when I was working at Shurion, I had a lot of African friends. Mm-hmm. He looks like a lot of people I used to hang with in college. He just looks very like from the head shape, even the way he wears his hair. He reminded me of a lot of people because every time we go out and I'll be like, ooh, I bet he, you know what I'm saying? Because I'll be doing that because I've hung around a lot of people from all parts of Africa. Yeah. So I'll like every time I see somebody, I'll be wanting so hard to be like, yo, what country you from? And then so I can have a conversation with him because I know some stuff. So the one that kind of threw me off was this dude from Uganda. Mm-hmm. He was the first one I met from Uganda, and I just looked at him. I was like, yo, I would never expect you to be from Uganda about it. And that's the reason why, like, when I had met this one woman, she was from Uganda. She looked at me, was like, your family, like, if you trace your DNA, I bet you any money, you look like your DNA is from Uganda. And I was like, I don't know. She was like, get checked because you probably more Uganda than any other country. Like, from, and I just knew Jocelyn. I can look at her and I was like, his hair was way more coarse than hers. Even though she has coarse hair, his hair is way more coarse than hers. So I was like, his DNA roots are more of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I got a lot going through my head. I'm just thinking about like my family and like how all of them look and
I knew Serena.
Yeah, we knew her. Yeah. We already knew. We was confident about that.
Yeah, I'm confident about that.
I'm true blood, okay? I'm confident.
I like the eye color thing. Don't go off of that.
Definitely don't go off of that. That I don't even. Yeah, that's just not even like a thing to even like look at and be like, yeah, you have a little because your eyes are a little bit lighter. That means nothing. Yeah. But I was about to say something else, but I can't remember. No, I was just thinking like in the beginning, like before we started the video, how you was like talking about how this person look and how that person look, and then I'm like, does that mean that you may have like some, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody always used to say that growing up, and they're just like.
But it's kind of truth though. It's truth too.
I guess.
Because she has a lot of pleasure, even though she couldn't trace her, she doesn't know for a fact like where the white is. It's a possibility that there's white lineages somewhere. You just can't trace it.
I wonder what DNA test they use to do it, but that would be I don't know.
Then you're actually second.
So listen, Jonathan hasn't even messed up.
I thought it was interesting, like, she was very confident about it.
Yeah, I just think her confidence in the fact of who she is really admirable.
There's no one right way to be black, and just because she might not have had the same experiences as other black people or have more melanin than other black people, like, I don't think that invalidates her blackness at all.
I know I don't know y'all like that, but a few days after we shot, I found out I was pregnant, so I'm having a baby.
What? Congratulations. But that is true. Melanin doesn't represent how true black you are. So don't go off of just melanin.
And I think that's the reason why in the beginning when you asked me to answer that question, I'm like how do you really answer that question? Because just you black, I'm black. You feel like you will be like more like how you were trying to explain in the beginning, and. In my head, I'm like...
Sorry, y'all, the camera died. So, basically what you were saying was that...
I think what I was trying to say, I can't remember really, but I was like, you black, I'm black. You feel like you will be perceived as being more blacker than me because of your skin complexion. But, like, my thing is, like, as far as, like, blackness, like, if you are a black person, like, because what was the question in the beginning?
Basically, how, like, what makes someone black?
What makes someone black? For me... And for me, I don't necessarily look at it as looking at somebody. For me, it's just a culture thing. Yeah. Like, it's the way I was raised. I was raised by a black woman as a, to be a black, like, for me, it's just like a culture thing. Like, it has nothing really to do with the way I look or whatever, or the next person, the way that they look or whatever. Because it's kind of like, because if we're going off of that, then even going back off of, like, my mama, the way she looked, for her, in this lineup, she'll be whatever, but
by look wise,
my mama be probably like with the last girl, like in between the last girl and the in between
more the middle, the one that said his two grandparents. The dude that was 50%, your mama ain't lighter than him. Your mama light, but she ain't that light.
50. Who was 50%?
Tall dude. Your mama ain't. I'm saying based
okay,
off
just based off of skin complexion. Okay, well, we could put her there because I'm going off of skin complexion with this one because she's about her complexion.
Still point, yeah.
Anyway, to me, she's a mixture of the one in the black shirt and the dude. I guess if you want to say that, whatever. Okay, she could be in the middle. You want to put her in the middle right here? We can put her in the middle before the tall dude.
Yeah.
So if we just going off, so I don't want to like that's why I don't want to answer that going off of just like skin, you know, because I really don't know. Like, let's just be honest, you really don't know exactly what all you are, who you are truly.
But have you noticed lately? I've been trying to communicate that even with my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I really been trying to find out who am I, like how far back my lineage is. I really be trying to understand my family history, and that's the reason why I think everybody, because without understanding your family history, you don't know how you got to where you are today.
Right. And I feel like for me, it'll be easier to trace. Like
yours is a little
for
easier
me, it'll
than
be easier. Like, cause I know my great grandparents, their names. I know what they look like. I know, like, you know, a little bit about them. So it'll be easier for me to trace back, you know, mine.
I say this: I have a little bit of names just by tombstone, but other than that, I have nothing else. I don't have image. I have stories. That information. Good thing, and I'll say the reason why my skin complexion is what it is, I see my mom's dad. I see my mom's dad's people.
Yeah.
That's where I get my skin complexion from. Other than that, my mom's side, light. My dad's side, light. I just get my skin complexion from my mom's dad's side because but if you see everybody else in my family, everybody else is light.
Yeah.
Even my first cousin, my auntie, high yellow. You would think, you know what I'm saying? So that's why skin complexion, you really can't go off of that. Eye color,
yeah, you can't go off of that. Even hair texture, you cannot go off of that.
Nah,
I'm sorry, but you can't. Like, argue with yourself, but you cannot go off of hair texture and eye color and skin complexion. It's just like, I mean, of course, you know, like I said earlier, people still will feel like, oh, if you light skin, you have to have a little ounce of something, and that's maybe true. That's maybe true. But at the same time, I'm just not going to go off of look at somebody and be like, you're not fully this or you're not fully that or whatever. And then last thing, when I was talking about the great grandparents, that's on my mom's side. Then I have to tap into my mom's, you know,
your dad's
side. So that's a whole nother can of worms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's just that. But this was a good video.
And I'll say this, like, to be real, Black people, we're the only, like, as far as Black Americans, we're the only ones who don't know where we come from.
Some of us. I'm not going to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Some of us. A lot of us.
A lot of us
don't know truly where we come from, and a lot of stuff is getting cut off by as generations pass, and that's the reason why, as you get older, while your elders are still here, ask those questions to go back as far as what they know, and they'll give you. At least you'll have a starting point to start discovering if you really want to discover. I've even looked up, like, my grandparents. I've tried
and then my dad's people.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
My dad's people. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just a whole, well, anyway, I can go on for that. But anyway.
But with that being said, man, hopefully y'all can learn something from this. The biggest thing you can learn from this, never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah.
Because trust me, you will get it's very wrong.
You'll be very surprised.
And I'm gonna say the dude in the middle surprised me the most until he said both his great grandparents were white. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And to be real, he more Black than he thought he was.
Yeah.
But that's crazy though, man.
Hey, that's crazy.
With that being said, y'all spammers up, let us know y'all thoughts and opinions. But as always, y'all know how it goes. I do go by the name DJ Kid and
Sierra Nicole.
No kidding. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my folks. Dollar.